Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is very early on a Saturday morning and I thought I had some time, so I thought we would do a Sacred Union energy update for the weekend, see what is going on for the weekend. Just a reminder, I am going to be on vacation next week, so the collective readings are going to be a little bit limited. Do make sure that you're checking out Instagram and Facebook as well for any updates. And we will have the dailies recorded, so you will have something every day next week. But I will hop on and do a Sacred Union energy update or some ascension messages and readings whenever I am able next week. But I'm going to focus on vacation. Yay! I'm actually going away. Gonna have some fun. All right, so what I'm going to do first, I really enjoy pulling a theme card using my tarot and translation deck. So let's see what the theme of this weekend is for these sacred partners. What's the theme of this weekend, please, Spirit? What's the theme of this weekend for these sacred partners? Okay, we have the High Priestess and the World. What's interesting about this is we've been having this transformation energy, and I think it was the last Sacred Union energy update, one of the last few, where Death came out with the High Priestess card. I feel the energy that I'm getting from this is ascension, especially with the World. You are ascending into the next level of yourself. You're ascending into the next level of your journey, of your spiritual growth, and it's because you have been going deeper and deeper within you. Closing out a huge cycle in order for this to happen. So I'm going to read both messages here because I feel like both are calling to me. It says, the High Priestess, your intuition is strong as you connect deeply with higher levels of consciousness and your own inner truth. Trust the messages you're receiving as guidance for your path and continue to follow the wisdom of your heart. Tap into the intuitive nature of your divine feminine energy. All will be revealed when you go within and listen to the song of your soul. And then we have the World. One aspect of your journey has come to an end. Take a moment to look back at how far you've come, everything you've learned, and how you've grown and transformed. Get ready for the next exciting chapter. And then it says travel. Might be on the horizon for you. That's perfect for me. Embrace the opportunity for expansion as you experience new cultures and meet new people. So continuing with what I was channeling before, the energy that I'm actually receiving from this is continued transformation, continuing to go deeper within to level up in your spiritual growth, your soul growth journey. That is what this is all about. And you may have closed out a chapter, a significant cycle of your life in order to do this. The energy I'm also getting from this is your feminine energy is rising within you, whether you are male or female, whether you consider yourself a divine masculine or divine feminine. This is for both of you. That feminine energy is rising within you, no longer that distorted energy, really rising to become that priestess, really rising to become that divine feminine energy. And divine feminine energy is one who is allowing, receiving, allowing life to unfold by following her intuition, communicating, expressing, being in that loving, nurturing, compassionate energy, not just for the self, but for all. Empathy, very strong feature of divine feminine energy. And I do feel like that's rising here because of this past cycle that you closed out. Now, that could be something, that could be a number of things for each of you. Remember, this is a collective reading, so what that cycle is might resonate differently for each of you. But I do feel like this was the shedding of the old layer, the shedding of the old skin, the shedding of the old you because of the work that you have done, the healing that you have done to go deep within yourself, to stand in your truth, to speak your truth, to share your truth. Divine feminine energy really is one who is expressive, communicative, and sharing of her heart, opening up her heart. And I feel like anywhere where you were closed off in the past, that is what you are closing out. That is what you are shifting out of, to open up that heart, leading from the heart, leading from the intuition. And I'm also hearing trusting in the intuition and the wisdom that comes from that. So pretty impressive, amazing energies. Okay. One of the new decks that I got for my birthday was the Wild Unknown Tarot, but I've had this Animal Spirit Companion deck, oh my gosh, for at least 2 years, and I very rarely use it. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card, an animal totem, and then we're going to use the Wild Unknown Animal Tarot deck and dive a little bit deeper in this energy and see what's going on with both counterparts. So what I'm feeling is I'm going to get a card for the masculine energy and the feminine energy here, Spirit. Let's get a card for the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Masculine energy, please. Oop. Okay. Tell me about the masculine energy for this weekend, please. What's the divine masculine energy for this weekend? Okay. And what's the feminine energy for this weekend? Wow, that's strong energy coming in there. Beautiful. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Remember when I was saying empathy? The elephant, very highly intuitive and empathetic creature. Okay, very strong energy coming in for the masculine. So this is what I'm going to read first. We have the sea serpent. And what I'm called to is how this looks like an eye. And we also have the Ouroboros, which is the snake, the serpent, eating its own tail. It's the energy of this infinite nature, this never-ending circle, this never-ending cycle, but not in a negative way. What I'm getting from this energy is seeing clearly. I feel, Divine Masculine, have been digging deep, going into the deepest recesses of themselves, the deepest parts of their own inner ocean, to be able to see more clearly. And the word that came out when this card came, what I heard was claircognizance, that clear knowing. They're really seeing and feeling very clearly, and they're having revelations, they're having breakthroughs. There feels like many tower moments coming in here with this energy. They're seeing something more clearly. We're going to get more energy on this, but that's what I'm getting, is they're seeing something more clearly. And that is helping them to see their entirety of their life, almost like they're drawing back and seeing the whole big picture of their life. How they were led to this point in their life, the choices and the actions that they have contributed, that they have made for their life, and how to take control of their life going forward is what I'm hearing. But it's because they've been going the deep dive, going down, 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 deep into the recesses, the ocean of their heart. Down into the trenches, just calling up all that gunk, all that soul sludge, to recognize their own inner light, their own inner being, and see themselves in that truth without the distortion of what other people tell them they are, of their own beliefs, their own mindsets, their own limited perspectives, society's conditioning and patterning. They're really going deep and seeing for themselves where they were just holding themselves back in their own limited worth, their own limited beliefs, their own limited mindsets, and how their life and their actions and their behaviors and those mindsets had created this circle for them, this cycle for them, this karmic cycle for them that they kept playing out and out and out and over and over and over in this loop. But there's a revelation that's happening. They're seeing things more clearly. They're seeing themselves more clearly, having a clear awareness of themselves and their life as a whole, seeing the bigger picture. I'm hearing finally seeing the bigger picture, finally being in that place of that high priestess, again, that divine feminine energy, whether you are masculine or feminine, that high priestess, divine feminine energy rising to the surface, being able to connect to source, being able to connect to their own soul self and see that big picture, pull back and see that big picture of their life and how they had contributed to everything within their life. Positive or negative experiences, how everything was an experience for them, for their soul growth, to lead them here for this brand new change. And they're bringing me to the seed of life here. The Ouroboros here, bringing me to the seed of life that I have on my tarot cloth. This is being reborn. They now have the chance and the choice to choose a better life for themselves by shifting their mindset, by shifting their beliefs, by seeing themselves more clearly and connecting more wholly to both aspects of themselves, the feminine and the masculine nature within themselves. But it only comes from going deep within themselves. And for a very long time, Divine Masculine was hiding from themselves. They were deceiving themselves, putting the blindfold over their eyes because they weren't willing to go so deep because of the pain and because of the trauma that existed there. Also because of the pain and the trauma from their own past actions, from their own past choices. But from that awareness, they're able, and that clarity that is coming in, looking at themselves with that awareness, with that recognition, with that self-responsibility and accountability, they're now able to see how they can make new choices by shifting their perspective, shifting their beliefs, shifting their mindset and their patterns, and choose something different, choose the new. They can choose to rise into that divine masculine energy. Okay, they just pulled back from that. Here we have the butterfly, and butterfly is transformation. Divine feminines, you feel like you have been in the muck. You feel like you have been in a void, perhaps detached, perhaps wondering if you would ever be this divine feminine transformation, if you would ever see that in your physical reality. But this is coming in to show you that yes, you are ready to fly. You are ready to close out an old chapter and move into the next version of yourself, into the next version of your life. You are feeling grounded and stable within your physical environment, while you are also maintaining that balance and that connection to divine, to the source, to your own divine feminine intuitive energy. Really balanced and merged with the masculine and feminine energies here. A beautiful union within the self. When I was very sick, and I've mentioned this on the channel before, what I learned about butterflies was when the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, it actually breaks down. Its very DNA breaks down into this sludge, this goo. And it feels like you're falling apart, but it's only because everything about you is transforming. There is nothing about the caterpillar that is the same. And that's what's happening here. You're transforming into the butterfly, and you are fully leaving behind the old, letting the past be in the past so that you can be in the present and keep creating for your future, which that creation energy is also divine feminine energy. It's that priestess energy. It is creating from the heart space, using your intuition to guide you. And with that balance of the masculine energy, you're taking action using your masculine energy, but from a place of intuitive guidance, from a place of intuitive wisdom. And that is how you're able to soar, because you are completely connected to the universe. You're completely connected to your own inner guidance, being your spirit team, being the universe, being God's source, whatever it is that you want to call it. You recognize the oneness within yourself, and you're recognizing the oneness within all. And that is helping you to just soar to new heights, starting this next phase of your journey. But to get to this point, you have really been in the muck. You have really been doing the deep dives yourself. You have really been calling up all that soul sludge to release it, and it has not felt kind to you. It has not felt compassionate to you. It has not felt fair to you. But it was necessary. It was necessary. Justice is being brought in. I'm getting the energy of justice here, being brought in to balance the scales for you now because of this transformation that you surrendered to. And now what you're doing is you're just ready to soar and fly, bringing your abundance, bringing your prosperity, bringing that love, bringing that connection that you have been wanting. Now is the time. The scales of karma are being balanced because you have done the inner work and surrendered to this transformation. Wow. For an early morning reading, this is pretty incredible. All right. So let's get some tarot and see what's going on with these divine counterparts. Okay. All right. Spirit, what is going on with these divine counterparts, please? They just showed me the elephant again on the bottom of the deck here, if I can get it. as union energy. What's coming in between you guys is more compassion, more love, more empathy, more understanding, more communication between you guys. The elephant being very wise, very empathetic, very connected. If you know anything about elephants, they have their tribe and they're very connected to their tribe. They're very connected to each other. And I feel like that is what is coming in between you. Word of caution, do not let pride get in the way. Do not let the ego get in the way. That is what might hold you back or block you. But the more you open up your heart to each other, the more this harmony can come in. The more you'll feel safe and at home with each other. This tribe energy coming in. Okay, I'm not getting any more. I hope I translated that correctly. I hope that made sense. With the elephant here for your sacred union, it's this energy of the more you open up your heart, the more you feel that compassion and that love for each other, that empathy for each other, seeing things from each other's perspective, understanding each other, not holding back from this love. The more you are drawn to each other because you are home to each other. This sacred union, this sacred partnership, you are home to each other. Allow yourself to be guided through the wisdom that you feel. Allow yourself to be guided home to each other. Okay. I'm going to give it one more shuffle. And a sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. All right. Now we're ready to go. Okay. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Divine feminine energy is what I'm getting from the Mother of Pentacles. There is transformation, there is shifting that is coming in with this communication or with this union. With the rising of that feminine energy, much more balanced, much more stable, much more grounded, much more loving and nurturing. I feel like with the Nine of Cups, this is the energy of that wish fulfillment, if you allow it. We have the Seven of Cups in the middle here, and there's a little bit of, it doesn't feel like confusion. I don't feel like there's confusion, but there's a little bit of muddy energy between you two. And I feel like you want this Nine of Cups. You want this harmony together. You want this very loving, nurturing, compassionate energy towards each other in a very grounded nature. But there's some muddied energy here. So let's find out more about what this is. Let's get another layer here. What's the Nine of Cups? Tell me more about the Nine of Cups. What's the Nine of Cups, please? Okay, we have the Page and Knight of Wands. So with the Page and the Knight of Wands here, I feel like you guys want this new beginning. You want this wish fulfillment. You want this transformation. Remember when I said that you close out a major cycle? You close out a major cycle both within yourself and within this connection, because as you close it out within yourself, you close it out within your connection. I'm going to pause here and say, if you guys haven't watched my recent channeled messages, especially the frequency of New Earth, do check that out, because we talk about sacred unions and what this all means, the point of sacred unions, and how it reflects your own soul growth. That's what's happening here. As you come into that inner union, as you find that balance and transformation and harmony within yourself, closing out those old cycles, closing out those old patterns, beliefs, shifting in your consciousness. You're shifting within your connection. And I feel like you're both wanting this happiness, this harmony. You're both wanting to move towards a new beginning. Look at this. You see, we have the Ouroboros here, but look at the infinity sign that the serpent is creating here. And look at how it's just winding around that wand like Kundalini energy. There is an up-leveling that is happening both energetically and physically within your connection. There's action that is wanting to be taken towards this, towards your wish fulfillment, towards this infinite love, towards this higher level of consciousness together, this higher level of consciousness within your union, in this partnership. But there's something that's muddying this connection. What is this? What is the Seven of Cups? What's the Seven of Cups, please, Spirit? We have the Page of Swords, and this feels like communication. You see, remember how I talked about Kundalini energy here? Well, what we have here are representative of the chakras is what I'm getting. The inner wisdom, the inner knowing, the divine feminine energy, or the feminine energy, I should say, whether you're a masculine or you're feminine, it's that feminine energy within that comes with self-expression, that comes with communication, that comes with clear communication. But it's like the chakras are scattered here. It's like there's an imbalance that's happening here. The Kundalini wants to rise. The intuition, that wisdom, the soul wants to rise into the next phase of yourself, but it feels very scattered. This energy feels very scattered, feels very muddied. One or both of you might not be tapping into your full intuition, especially when it comes to this connection. And it's because there's no communication happening, or there's not clear communication happening between you two. That has to happen, that empathy, that communication, that recognition of the connection has to happen for this to come together. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this Seven of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Devil, and this combination here shows a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sexual passion. I feel like there's a lot of holding back here, and that is actually creating some toxicity within this connection. The holding back, especially the holding back of communication. Your soul wants to communicate. I don't know who I'm talking to here. Take it as it's resonating, whether it's the masculine or the feminine here. Or both of you, actually. Both of you. Both of you want to communicate. Both of you want to bridge this gap, whatever this gap is, whatever this feeling of division or detachment is between you two. Both of you want to bridge this with communication. Neither of you want to hold back. But what's happening is both of you are holding back. There's a lot of sexual energy here, a lot of passionate energy here, but there's this closing off energy. There's this wanting of a new beginning, wanting to move forward, wanting to communicate, wanting to express the love that you feel towards each other, but you're both holding back. You're not listening to the wisdom of your soul that is guiding you towards each other. You're not listening to each other in some ways. And that's causing some toxic energy here. A lot of toxic energy here. Unhealthy energy. There could be some unhealthy communication happening. There could be some lack of boundaries that are happening. Take it as it's resonating for you, but what's happening is both of you, okay, so both of you really want to heal this connection with Four of Wands here. Both of you want to really heal this connection, come together in this harmony, in this compassion, in this gentleness, in this love. Both of you having a lot of love for each other, and you're recognizing this because of the transformation you have undergone. You're recognizing this. You're both recognizing this connection. You're recognizing each other. The divine masculine is recognizing their divine feminine and the love that she holds. Divine feminine is recognizing the divine masculine and the love that he holds. You're recognizing the love for each other, and you're feeling how you love each other. But there's no forward movement that is happening. There's a lot of passionate energy here. There's a lot of sexual energy here. There's a lot of wanting to move this connection forward, but you're holding yourselves back because the communication that needs to happen is not happening. Perhaps you're communicating, but it's very surface level. It's very shallow. And that is what's muddying the waters, because these divine counterparts, you're meant to go deep with one another. You are each other's counterpart. You are meant to feel safe with one another. You are meant to trust one another. And I feel like that's part of the cycle that's closing out, where maybe there was this karmic cycle that was created between you two, where there was some mistrust, where there was some lack of belief that one or both of you were going through this transformation. But that's validation here, that's confirmation here, that Spirit is bringing forth that transformation is happening. But you have to believe it, have faith in it, and trust in it. And you have to come towards each other. Allow yourselves to open up to this connection. Allow yourself to communicate openly and honestly and intimately. Allow yourselves to be vulnerable. That is the wisdom. Vulnerability is the wisdom of the soul. Allowing yourself to be open. It's because you're holding back that there's a lot of toxicity that's being created here, a lot of muddied waters that's being created here, even drama, unnecessary drama that's being created here. I'm reading currently The Four Agreements by Don Miguel something. I forget his name. But it's called The Four Agreements. And one of the agreements is to be impeccable with your word. That is to say intently what it is that you mean, but also to be able to speak from the heart. To not hold back in communication. Because when you hold back, that is when you do create muddied waters, and that creates miscommunication, that creates mistranslation, that creates toxic environments. Healthy communication is necessary for connection, is necessary for relationship and partnership. And I feel like both of you dearly, dearly want to communicate towards each other. But there's some reason, there's some way where you're holding back and not trusting or listening to the wisdom within your soul that dearly wants to communicate, dearly wants to be open in that love towards each other. And so that's just creating blocks, especially within the sacral energy is what I'm getting. The sacral chakra is just creating blocks, which is just creating a torrent of emotion. And it's just like a volcano that's ready to erupt, but in a toxic way, in an unhealthy way. Bring in that harmony, bring in that peace, bring in that balance. Bring in that healthy communication by listening to the wisdom that is saying to communicate clearly. Start this brand new cycle of communication in a healthy way. And tell me about the Mother of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Mother of Pentacles, please. It's too many. Tell me about the Mother of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Yes. This wants to come in. Look at these two flying side by side in equal partnership. And all of that energy with all the balance of the chakra colors here. All of that energy in equal balance, in equal harmony. Fully aligned. That's the Lover's energy. That's what happens when you're balanced within each other. When you're balanced within this connection. And this wants to come in. This Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, that is rooted. That is very grounded. That is very stable and very harmonious. Wants to come in. Wanting to align together. Wanting to be in full harmony together. Wanting to move forward together. To creating your life together. This brand new cycle in your life in the physical, tangible world. This brand new relationship. Higher levels of commitment. Wanting to really ground this and root this in the physical. But this is what's muddying it up. It's this lack of communication that's just muddying it up. Yeah, and look, you have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. This is what you want. You want this abundance. You want this happiness. You want this home life. You want this family. You want this, mission. You want this relationship. You want this very grounded. You want this new beginning of your Ten of Pentacles. You want to be aligned together. And this is both of you. This is both of your energies. You want to be in alignment together. Both of you are recognizing this connection. You're recognizing this love. But you're not communicating this to each other. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so frustrating. You're not communicating this to each other, and that's what's blocking you and creating this toxic or disharmonious energy. Open up the heart space. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be intimate with one another. Allow yourselves to align, because that is going to usher in just a brand new, beautiful, transformed life for both of you. That both of you really want, especially with this Ace of Wands. They're just showing me this fire energy, this love, this connection, this coming together, this alignment. But it only happens when you're open to each other. Oh, you guys. All right, I'm going to get a Lover's Oracle card and see if there's any guidance. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have? We have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So I feel like this is the muck right now. I feel like this is that confusion and that turmoil that you might be experiencing right now. But it's causing you individually to go within and see where you're just blocking yourself from opening up your heart and being vulnerable with each other. Why are you blocking this connection? Why are you blocked from your divine feminine? Why are you blocked from your divine masculine? That is part of the transformation that you are continuing to go through, this process of transformation and inner evolution. And the more you do that, the more you're able to clear that, the more you're able to stand in your strength and stand in your courage, the more you're able to listen to your wisdom, trust in your intuition, trust in that divine feminine energy that is rising within both of you, the more you're able to come towards each other with that open heart and move into alignment, move into that new phase of your journey that is coming in here. We have, again, the World here, which is a closing out of one cycle and one part of your journey to move into the other. And there's a transition energy that comes from that. There's a transition energy, a process that comes from closing out a cycle. So it's not like one door closes and one door opens and immediately everything is different. There's a process of transformation here, and I feel like that's where you're going. That's what you're going through right now. But in order to move that process along, you have to keep going deep within and see where you're blocking communication, where you're blocking yourself from this love that both of you truly want to come towards each other. In this new connection, in this new phase of your connection. And look, we have someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Yeah, you guys are blocking this. You're blocking this within yourself. You truly do have that love for each other and are wanting this connection, but you're just holding yourself back by not communicating. And that lack of communication is bringing in some toxic energy, unhealthy energy that is just blocking this connection from moving towards where you both want to go towards. And so once you fully open up to each other, to yourself, that honesty within yourself, you allow the connection to transform and become that harmonious sacred union. Look, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. That is what is incoming. Whew. Okay, you guys, a little bit of a tough love energy here, a little bit of a frustrating energy coming in here, but know that there is transformation energy, and with transformation comes possibility and potential and love. So with that, I am sending you guys so much love, so much light. I'm going to try to be here at the beginning of next week before my vacation so that we can see how this energy this weekend is shifting and transforming. Also, make sure that you stay tuned to Facebook and Instagram. I'll try to have some readings up on there as well. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon. Bye.